Yo, GZTV. Oh my god, my lips are so chapped. Sorry if I move my lips fucking weird when I talk. GZTV, we are back with some more good old basketball. Monday, January 6th. This is actually a night I watched a lot of basketball because we don't have playoff football coming up until this. Well, I'm going to watch Thursday and Friday, probably the college football playoff, but we'll have to see. Just kind of looking at some stuff. We're going to talk about the Blazers Pistons. We're going to talk about Magic Knicks, Spurs Bulls. We're going to talk Clippers Timberwolves, and the game that just ended that went to 2 overtimes. We had the Heat and the Kings game. Let's just kind of get started. Trailblazers Pistons, kind of the subject matter of the video today is just how good the Pistons have been playing this season. They have been quite incredible. Again, shout out to the Pistons. Cade Cunningham leads the Pistons rally for a 3-point win over the Blazers and a rare 500 record. This is the first time in a while we have seen the Pistons be at 500. It's the first time after New Year's Day since 2019. Cade Cunningham, great scoring, obviously solid passing as well. Just stuff he has done all year. Nothing out of the regular. You know, obviously if you're kind of a casual and you don't watch basketball that much, this is going to come as a surprise. But again, this is stuff that Cade Cunningham has been doing, and it's been amazing. So, great stuff. 3-point win again. You know, they seal the win. Malik Beasley, huge steal in the clutch. Chauncey Billups, welcome back to Detroit. That was pretty awesome. He kind of got a standing ovation. Obviously, he's a legend there. I think they won a championship, if I'm not mistaken. They definitely did. Okay, I'm a fucking casual. Sorry. Great game, though. I mean, Anthony Simons was making it tough. I mean, I was watching this game. He was hitting long three after long three. He looked really fucking good. Jalen Duren, though, just proving to be tough. Again, using his height. There's something about Jalen Duren that I've loved. It's getting up there, throwing it down, being lengthy. That sounded so gay, but you know what I mean. Looking at the Trailblazers, though, 18 points and 11 rebounds for DeAndre Ayton. I mean, my goodness, Anthony Simons, again, he was killing. 36 points, he shot 67%. The guy is incredible. He's a great scorer. I mean, I don't think the Trailblazers found like a perfect replacement for Damian Lillard, but it's damn fucking close. Shaedon Sharpe had 20 points as well. Obviously, you got kind of look at guys like the bench, like on the bench, like Scoot Henderson kind of having an off game, which kind of equated to stuff. Maybe if he got a couple of buckets in there, they might have won the game. It just kind of comes to that in games like this. Looking at the Pistons, though, 26 points for Tim Hardaway Jr., who also shot 67%. Really dope basketball tonight. I mean, 14 points and 12 rebounds for Jalen Duren. You get 32 points from Cade Cunningham off of 40% three-point shooting. Again, this Pistons team is nice. They're putting some shit together. You have to give them credit. As we move on next to the Magic and the Knicks, and I'm not sure how the Magic keep pulling shit off. I know the Knicks didn't have Cat tonight, and that definitely cost them this game. But they still should have been able to beat the Magic on paper. But yeah, the Magic and the Knicks, this season high 3rd straight loss with a 9-point victory. Obviously coming off of that game against the Thunder. They've been losing ever since the Knicks have. They went from like their highest point of the season to their lowest point. It's kind of crazy. Just kind of proves like the roller coaster aspect of the NBA. Obviously, Cole Anthony, great scoring night. And Wendell Carter Jr. having one of his best games off the bench tonight, and they shut him down. Obviously, again, no Cat. That is huge, and not having Cat here really shows just the impact he's going to have throughout the season for the New York Knicks. But, you know, KCP was hitting some threes. Josh Jacobs hit a couple of shots. Pretty fun game here. Goga Batazde has been pretty phenomenal for the Magic this year, just playing really good at the rim defense. I really liked Precious Achiuwa for the Knicks coming off the bench and showing some athleticism as well. But you look at the Magic, and really all they needed was a 24-point performance for Cole Anthony off of 50% shooting. So that's great. They go out, they get what they need to win the game. You look at the Knicks, you get a 24-point performance from Mikal Bridges, who's been playing really good basketball recently. He shot 50%. Pretty slow start to the season, but he's picked it up. Jalen Brunson had 24. You get 15 points and 14 rebounds for Josh Hart off of 33% three-point shooting. And I like Jericho Sims, and he's a freak of nature. He's an athlete. I really appreciate what he brings to this team, and he's very valued. Great rebounder, all that stuff. But not a great game from him, and you have Precious Achiuwa, you have Campaign, you have guys like that coming off the bench, and I don't really know. It's kind of a weird situation there for the New York Knicks. To not have Cat, it looks drastically different. You know, so moving on to the Spurs and Bulls, really fun game here. I thought the Spurs had this in the bag, but the Bulls came back and won. Really big wins for the Bulls recently. Kobe White stars as the Bulls rally past the Spurs. They win by 4. You know, Kobe White made a go-ahead layup with 47 seconds left, and the Chicago Bulls beat Victor Wembanyama and the San Antonio Spurs, who are actually a pretty good team in the NBA, and this is a pretty big win for them. Obviously, you know, dunking it on Wemby in crunch time, clutch poster over the tallest guy in the NBA. I wouldn't say he dunked on him fully, but still, it was a huge basket. Kobe White just being aggressive. Wemby wasn't getting dunked on all game, though. Playing against Vucevic and battling the big and blocking shots was kind of his thing this game. Really, really fun game, though. Obviously, Wemby and the Spurs played chess with Benny the Bull during the warm-ups. That was pretty fun, or the introductions. Again, man, the Spurs are a really good defensive team. Like, this was tough for the Bulls. Like, guys like Jeremy Sohan just being a defensive presence. But, it happens. They didn't win the game. Victor Wembanyama kind of did everything for this team. 23 points, 14 rebounds. I think he had like 8 or 9 blocks as well. Kind of to no avail, unfortunately. Guys on the bench like Charles Bassey and guys on the bench like Trey Jones kind of struggled to find their footing, and I think that's really what cost them, is just not having bench depth. They have solid bench players like Champagnie, Keldon Johnson, Steven Castle. Like, they have great players there, but, Looking at the Bulls, though, at 24 points and 11 rebounds for Nikola Vucevic, you get a 23-point performance for Kobe White, who shot 50%. No one's talking about Zach LaVine. 35 points, 10 rebounds. He shot 50% from 3, 52% from the field. Phenomenal fucking game. If those three can put it together, I know, they shouldn't be expected to play that good every single game, but if they can put it together to an extent and each of them score 20 points, they're going to be a dangerous fucking team, and they're figuring it out. I would say they're still not having the greatest season in the world, but they can figure some shit out and get going. As we move into the Clippers and the Timberwolves game, Anthony Edwards scores 37 to lead the Timberwolves past the Clippers. They win by 2. There has been a lot of talk about Anthony Edwards this year not playing the greatest, but shout out to him. He's had a really good stretch recently. Insane second half after a slow start. Again, another what appeared to be a concerning looking performance, but he turned it on and he played really good. They were down by 19 points in the first half. Again, some of these games, I was looking at the scores and I was watching certain games and I was like, holy shit, this is going to be an awful game. But it is that. Naz Reid played some insane defense tonight for the Timberwolves. Yeah, shout out to Anthony Edwards. They hang on, they win. Anthony Edwards, these are games that are going to make you great. These are games that are going to build a legacy, especially with this franchise, and they did just that. Intentional free throw miss went wrong for the Clippers. They almost got the dub, got an opportunity to win, but again, fun game. KPJ was hitting some tough shots throughout the night. Clippers played okay. Vika Zubac had 17 points, 16 rebounds. Him, Harden, and Powell are going to kill it every game they play. 22 points for James Harden, 25 points for Norman Powell off of 40% three-point shooting. I just don't think Chris Dunn is the right starter. And I know, I would talk shit about Kawhi because he didn't do the most, but he's coming back. We can kind of give him a break here. Chris Dunn is not the guy to start. You could start literally anyone else. You could go big ball with Nick Batum. You could have Derrick Jones Jr. starting, Trey Mann, Amir Coffey, KPJ. You have all these options. I just don't think I like Chris Dunn as a basketball player, and I respect him as a veteran in this league. But he's not the greatest selection to start on this team. As we look at the Timberwolves, that's it. All it took was a 37-point performance for Anthony Edwards. He turned it on. He was cooking in that second half, and that got them the win. So let's just kind of close out our night here. We're going to talk about the Heat and the Kings, which just transpired. I was kind of looking at my phone like, is this game going to be over yet? I've actually started editing an NFL recap for you guys, and I'm going to hope to get a little farther into it tonight. But, yeah. 2 overtimes, late heroics from guys like DeMar DeRozan. Obviously, no De'Aaron Fox in this game, so he had to kind of turn it on. And even a guy like Malik Monk just hitting tough shots. And Keon Ellis playing good defense this game. Keegan Murray playing good defense. Domantas Sabonis scoring from anywhere on the court. Really good job at just replacing De'Aaron Fox in this game offensively and just kind of filling that gap. I think the Heat played pretty good, though. Bam Adebayo, 18 points, 12 rebounds. Not the greatest shooting splits, but he did a job. Tyler Hero had 26 points. He shot 40% from 3. You get a triple-double from Jaime Jaquez Jr., 16 points, 10 assists, 12 rebounds. Obviously, you have guys on the bench like Khalil Ware that could have played a little better, but, I think the Heat played pretty good here. You look at the Kings, 21 points, 11 assists, 18 rebounds for Domantas Sabonis, made both of the threes he shot this game. 30 points for DeMar DeRozan, 14 points and 12 rebounds for Keegan Murray off of 67% three-point shooting and 50% shooting. 23 points for Malik Monk. That, again, not a great shooting night for him either. But they turned it the fuck on. They played really fucking good, again, without De'Aaron Fox, and they're trying to get to that 500 hump. There's a lot of teams in the league that are like that, like the Bulls we just talked about, the Suns. It's pretty cool. But tomorrow I'm really fucking excited for some games, man. Celtics play the Nuggets in a what should have been the finals matchup last year, if I'm being honest, but didn't happen that way. Lakers Mavs, we got a really good doubleheader on TNT. I'm going to be paying close attention to both of those games, probably. Those are going to be some really fun games. Heat are playing the Warriors tomorrow as well. I think that could be good. Again, it sucks that Jimmy Butler's kind of been out of the rotation and he hasn't been able to play, and there's suspensions and, you know, him commenting to the media, and we saw that with Tyreek Hill and the Miami connection. But there you have it. Leave a like, comment, subscribe. I'm sure there's going to be good games tomorrow, so I'm sure you're going to be seeing me here tomorrow night talking basketball with you guys like I have been doing every single day of the regular season. I appreciate anybody that stops in and chats. If you want to leave a like on the replay, you can do that. If you want to sub to the channel, you see this on your recommended page. I've actually had some of my friends say they've seen me on the recommended page, so I think that's fucking awesome. If you guys please share this video with your friends, do whatever you want to do.